Welcome. Well, you're at home with Jim and Joy, and you are an important part of our EWTN family. And we're so delighted that you've welcomed us into your home. Now, we would love to hear from you, so send us an email with a question or a comment to jimandjoy@ewtn.com. And today we have two lovely ladies all the way from Louisiana. Allison Millet, who CEO, and she's of the Women's New Life Clinic, and Angie Thomas, who is the CEO Emeritus of the Women's New Life Clinic. You could go to their website, womensnewlife.com. Now, we all know that January is Pro-Life Month. And on EWTN, we want you to check out the EWTN website for all of the special pro-life programming that we will have. And don't forget to join us on One Life LA, which will be Saturday, January 18th at 4:30 Eastern Time. And we're going to talk to you about the March for Life and the Walk for Life San Francisco. And let me tell you something, the only network you're going to see all of that on is EWTN. Mm-hmm. And you know what happens out in the powers and principalities out there, it exposes the darkness, and it brings light to all of those cities, to our country, and even to the networks, because it goes into homes. And all of a sudden, the hidden things that were being revealed, all of a sudden, now they can see.
They're epiphanies.
They're epiphanies as we go on in the month of January, where they're saying, is being pro-life, is that political or is it faith-based? Should I be concerned because I'm a Democrat or a Republican or I'm a Catholic or I'm a Protestant? Or should I be concerned because human life is sacred from the moment of conception until natural death? And so it's a conversation that we need to have, and we're going to keep on having this conversation until Jesus comes back, because we have our work to do as a church.
Yes, and this is the month to really get on board. Many people are taking leadership, like you said, the various marches that take place in San Francisco or One Life LA, the March for Life, national in DC. But there's so many marches locally. Right. We'll have one here in Birmingham. And if you go to the March for Life website, you'll see local marches so you can find out what's going on. And of course, we're speaking to the ladies today about pregnancy medical centers. Mm-hmm. And there are thousands of pregnancy resource centers. And they might look a little bit different. Some look the same. Some are medical centers. Some are simply doing pregnancy tests. Some are just giving resources. Some have a broader scope of health care, mm-hmm. like the ladies we're speaking with today. There's a place for you in the pro-life movement. Place of prayer, legislative activity, supporting groups that want to pass laws in your state to limit the number of abortions so we can overturn Roe versus Wade and then take it state by state, or just pass a law that would ban all abortions throughout the country. But there's no place for not being involved. If you're a human being yourself, you need to be concerned about life. So we'll be sharing today. There's plenty more to come. Out of sight, out of mind, in sight, in mind. We want to keep the pro-life movement in mind. And you can go to New Life Clinic. I think it's New Life Clinic, Women's, WOMANS, newlife.com. womensnewlife.com. Plenty more to come. We'll be right back. Don't go away.
Welcome back. Well, you're at home with Jim and Joy, and I want to let you know that today we have a studio audience. They have come all the way from Australia, and then a person that came all the way from Austria to come to Birmingham, Alabama. Isn't that amazing? And so we want to invite you all to come. We would love to have you. Maybe that's something you're thinking you want to do in the year 2020. Say, you know, I would like to go and take a pilgrimage. I would like to find out about EWTN and then go to Hanceville to the shrine. All you need to do is contact the EWTN Pilgrimage Department, and they will line all of that up for you, and you could come and watch a live show, which is fun. Well, so today we have two beautiful ladies all the way. They're not from Australia, they're not from Austria, but they're from Louisiana. And their names are Allison Millet, and she is the CEO of Women's New Life Clinic, and Angie Thomas, who is the CEO Emeritus of Women's New Life Clinic. You can go to their great website. We went there. It's womensnewlife.com. And God is using these very beautiful ladies to do a great and mighty work, and I want you to hear their story. Well, we have Angie and Allison. Everything's happening in the A's today. Austria, Australia, Alabama, Angie. Maybe God's starting something new in the new year. Well, we want to welcome you to At Home with Jim and Joy. But I want you to tell a little bit about your story, because it's a journey to get involved in the pro-life movement. And so tell our family how God sent you an epiphany and awakened your heart and mind and spirit to get involved.
Yeah.
Angie, why don't you go first?
Okay. Yes, I started when I was in college. I realized that I wanted to make a difference in this movement, and I felt called to go to law school. And while in law school, I was a little humbled in that setting, and I encountered Women's New Life Center. And I was a 21-year-old thinking everything's going to happen in the courts, everything's going to happen with the law. And when I walked into this clinic that helps one woman at a time, one soul at a time, I just fell in love with that approach, and the Lord has shown me so much through this movement. So I've been with this organization since I was 21. I've played just about every role in the organization. It's been wonderful.
Well, good. And Allison, why don't you tell us your story?
Sure. My love for the pro-life movement started when I was in grade school. I truly understood the value of life from conception to natural death. I wrote a paper about it and met with some hostility at that young age, and it really just lit a fire in my belly to fight for life. And that continued all the way through high school. My mother was a nurse, and she worked in the OBGYN's office and was really educating me on the use of contraceptives and abortifacients and that sort of thing. And fast forward into my motherhood, I was looking to return to work, and Angie and I had been friends for a long time. And our church campaigns are largely with baby bottles. So Angie had come to speak at my church about a baby bottle campaign. That's one of our fundraising opportunities. And that day, I knelt down at the tabernacle, and I sat down and I said, Lord, please help me find a job that is right for me, right for my family, and according to your will. And after Mass, Angie said, are you still looking to go back to work?
It's beautiful.
And every hair on the back of my neck stood up, and the rest is history. So, yeah.
Wonderful.
The Lord brings us great friends. Huh?
Yeah, no, that's perfect. Yeah.
You mentioned the Baby Bottle Project, so you just said it, and we're familiar with it because we run a center. Tell us how that works, because that's something that every family, every person could get involved with, this project. But just share with us briefly what that is.
Yeah, so we will bring large numbers of bottles. It's a very tangible way for people to get involved. That baby bottle is a real sign of life. And so people are invited to prayerfully discern how much they themselves or their family would like to contribute. They can fill it up with change, with coins from the piggy bank. That's something my children did. They'd empty out their piggy banks and fill it up with the coins, cash or checks. It's an opportunity also for them to visit our website. They have information, ways to get involved, opportunities, give us their contact information to stay in touch. And this is something that is a very tangible way of allowing us to continue our work.
And builds so much awareness too. Beyond the funds, it builds awareness, gets so many people praying for the ministry.
And so it could be run through a church, takes on a Baby Bottle Project, or various groups, or a family. And there's just something very powerful about having a baby bottle on maybe a kitchen table, a dining room table, and all the kids are saying, why is there a baby bottle on the table? Or are you trying to tell us you're pregnant? Or what was that? And then you talk about, well, this center, you know, helps women in crisis pregnancy to choose life so that these babies can come into the world. And when the young people get a hold of that, if they really promote it within the church and within their family, it just goes gangbusters. But share with us, as we were sharing at the beginning of the show, there are really thousands of pregnancy resource centers. Let's call them resource centers. And that covers an array of things that could be going on in a center. Maybe just a pregnancy test center. Maybe they don't have an ultrasound machine. Others are medical centers with an ultrasound machine. Others are just giving out resources and so on. So share with us your mission for your centers that you have, and the vision for that, and what's happening in there and how it's developed and so on. So just share as you'd like.
Sure. The mission of Women's New Life Clinic is to promote the sanctity of all human life, the dignity of every woman, and the sacredness of sexuality. And we do that through both medical and mental health services.
Okay.
So that's a different twist, because usually it's all medical, right? So, but you said something that was a trigger word for me, is mental health. So, because sometimes some of our clients, they get themselves in some situations and they need to be guided out of their storm, and they need light in the midst of their darkness. So tell us about the mental health aspect that you do.
It's really a very unique approach. We have licensed mental health professionals, they're master's level licensed social workers or professional counselors on staff. We know that this is never just about a pregnancy or an unplanned or otherwise. There are so many situations surrounding that pregnancy, and we want to meet that woman, encounter her, establish that trust with her, and empower her, and meet her right where she is. Meet her as the true individual daughter of God that she is, and help her through that.
Yeah.
And treat abortion with the clinical attention it deserves. You know, when someone is suicidal, we want to get them to a professional right away. So when someone is contemplating abortion, we want to get them to a professional right away. And our counselors are so wonderful in that they use crisis intervention to de-escalate the problem. But then long term, they're able to use cognitive behavioral therapy and motivational interviewing to help the clients to really change the trajectory of their lives.
Yeah.
So this counseling is going on if they come in and they're considering abortion, or maybe they get you know, a negative result. You share with them still, okay, so you got a negative result, you're not facing a possible abortion. What's going to change in your life? What changes do you want to make? And to really share about that and impact that. So you share with them before, do you share with them after whatever decision they make?
We do. I like to call it our sandwich approach. I like that phrase that we've used. They will always meet with our counselor first, and she'll do a brief biopsychosocial assessment and just process and help her just de-escalate initially. And then she's going to explain to her what are the medical services available to her and what she can receive. And then she'll meet with our nurse or sonographer and get those medical services, and then she wraps back around with the counselor to process it. We have encountered that with women who have received that negative, so a test. It's just a roller coaster of emotions, but we have professionals to help her with that.
And you know, they also do post-abortion counseling. So sometimes in the midst of that new pregnancy, they're kind of coming to terms with what their past has presented, and so to have that professional counselor there to process that, it's been so beautiful.
Do you also do, are you doing it just one-on-one, or do you do group with post-abortion healing? How does that work?
We do have a small group, support group for post-abortion, but we do individual therapy. We've even had family therapy sessions where if you have a teenage pregnancy, you know, maybe the young man can go with one counselor, the young girl can go with another counselor, and their parents can come in. You know, they're making a lifelong decision, and their parents are very involved at this. So, and then come together for a full group where they each have their advocates. There's just so much you can do with that professional counseling approach.
And what all do you do medically?
So we offer, so the counseling services are all free, and all the services for the unplanned pregnancies are also free. It's very important. We don't want any hindrance for a woman to come in and receive these services. So we offer free pregnancy tests, and then free ultrasounds or limited obstetrical ultrasounds and nurse consultation. And then we also offer well woman health care. So this is a new expansion of our services, and so we can offer that well woman annual exam for a woman, STD testing and treatment, which is so vitally important, especially if a woman's considering abortion. We want her to get tested and to receive that information. Everything we do, every step of the way, is empowering her. We want to give her knowledge, to be her own advocate, and give her truth. So we offer that, just gynecologic care, and we also offer instruction in fertility awareness. So we have a few different methods that we offer between our two cities.
And abortion pill reversal.
Perfect.
Abortion pill reversal. Tell us about
yeah,
that.
tell our family
about
at home what
the
that
pill,
is.
what it is, what it does, and that can actually be reversed if we get it in time.
Right, right. Well, so abortion pill reversal uses high doses of progesterone to try to reverse the effects of the first pill that a woman takes. And there's been studies that can show that if you can get her those doses of progesterone within the first, you try for the first 24 hours, but even up to 72 hours, there's been success in reversing the effects of that pill. So it's just truly a second chance at life. And we have a few success stories, glory to God, right now in our clinic that have changed their mind and got to us in time.
Grace.
Amazing.
Yeah, we work with one of the Planned Parenthood here in town, and the sidewalk counselors will be on the sidewalk, and then they'll refer them to us with the pill reversal information.
So you're saying if a girl has, they start the process in 46, right?
Right.
And so they take the first pill there, and then there are other pills for them to take. But if they come out, we can have an opportunity to speak to them and then refer them to a center like yours or a center like ours. And it's amazing how often this is happening. And you would think like, well, didn't you think about this before you did it and you just went in and so on? But a lot of these women come out sometimes, they really regret it almost immediately that they did it. And then what do? And most people are like, well, you know, you made your bed, sleep in it.
Right.
No.
It's too late now.
No, now you can change it. And so we've got people out there saying, hey, here's where you can get help. And we're seeing women take advantage of that.
And the beauty of that program, coupled with our professional counseling, goes a long way.
Yeah.
Because you can imagine the woman who was in that crisis, made that decision to take the abortion pill, and after the first pill has sometimes immediate regret. And so she's coming in to receive the counseling services, of course start the protocol for the reversal. And then we've encountered women who even they feel such shame that again, that roller coaster of emotions that she's experiencing, such shame and fear and regret and what if something, that what if, and so to have our counselors walk alongside every one of these women, and there's no, you know, we will take her and receive our services as often as she wants to come in and receive our help.
And for as long
and
as
you're there Monday to Friday, right?
Yes.
And so because the war is on every day, you know, and people, for you at home, it really, like you think, oh, this really isn't happening. This really is happening. And abortion in 2020, as we go forward in the year 2020 and on, it really is all going to be about medical abortion. Because that's the way of chemical abortions, right? And so people are, so we have to be set up as pregnancy medical centers for that reversal, so that we can arrest and stop the process, cover the guilt and the shame that's happening, because it doesn't just happen in her body, it happens in her soul, it happens in her emotions, everything that's happening to her, in places where they can be rescued all over the country. This is happening, right? And you ladies are being a great light. Now your center is located where? Tell our family where your center is located.
I just love bragging on the Holy Spirit here, because for 4 different times we have been able to get the property right next door to an abortion clinic. So it's just been a...
You said 4 times?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
We before Katrina, we were in Uptown New Orleans, and we were right by the abortion clinic in Uptown New Orleans. We lost everything in Katrina, as did the abortion clinic, but the Lord rebuilt the whole thing, and not only rebuilt, but we were able to expand. So then we rebuilt in another little city right outside of New Orleans, right next door to that abortion clinic. And at that time, that was the busiest abortion clinic in the state. We had a lot of people flooding into the city to help rebuild. So it was just, when we saw that abortion clinic, we said, we need to be right there. So right there, and then we expanded about an hour away is Baton Rouge. And a lot of our donors after Katrina moved to Baton Rouge. And so they said that, you know, we need a Women's New Life Center in Baton Rouge. So we prayed, and don't you know, the place right next door to that abortion clinic became available.
That's amazing.
And then the 4th time is when Planned Parenthood announced that they were going to build one of their mega centers in New Orleans. We we thought, okay, Lord, if you want us there, we'll do it. And even though we were a little tired from having built 3 other times, but he provided every step along the way, and this tiny sliver of land right next to, you know, 4 or 5 parcels of land that Planned Parenthood used. And we thought, how are we going to build on that? And the Lord provided for us to build 5,700 square feet on that tiny sliver of land.
We're going to take a break at this point. There's plenty more to come. We're talking about Women's New Life clinics, womensnewlife.com to learn more. We'll be right back. Plenty more to come. Please don't go away.
Welcome back. Well, before we continue our discussion with Allison and Angie, let's see what's happening on EWTN Pro-Life Weekly. On this week's episode, EWTN Pro-Life Weekly will have the expert analysis of the latest pro-life news from Washington. And also this week, the team at EWTN Pro-Life Weekly will bring you the story of the Capitol Hill Pregnancy Center, which serves the women of Washington less than 1 mile from the nation's capital. As they do each and every week, the team at EWTN Pro-Life Weekly tells you how you can get involved in the pro-life movement right from your very own home. All you have to do is follow their weekly call to action by going to prolifeweekly.com. At this website, they'll tell you the action that you can take this year to advance the pro-life cause. Again, that's prolifeweekly.com, and you can catch all of this and more on EWTN Pro-Life Weekly, which airs Thursday at 10 p.m. Eastern, and again on Sunday, right before At Home with Jim and Joy, 10 a.m.
Angie and Allison, let's spend the next couple of minutes, because that's about what we have, just sharing a little bit about why it is so important and such a blessed thing for your centers in New Orleans and Baton Rouge to be right across from these abortion centers, and what that's like. I mean, what's the upside of that? What's the downside of that? And I also understand, is it in both of your facilities where you have the tabernacle and the Lord's presence in both?
Just in the New Orleans facility, we have a Eucharistic
Well, just share with us about this close proximity, the ministry of proximity, the ups and downs of it, I guess.
We call it a ministry of presence, where we're present right where those women need us. And I think the sign that we have on the outside of our clinic really says it all. It's an empowered, smiling woman, and it says, "Trust in your abilities. There is another choice. Choose with hope." So even as they're walking into that decision, they still see that sign. You can't help but see this billboard-sized sign on the side of our clinic. And so it's truly the front lines. And they're still somewhat ambivalent as they're walking into that decision. So they're open to coming over to us. And if you mentioned sidewalk counselors, it's so important to have them out there inviting women and saying, there is another choice. Go, you can get a free ultrasound. Just to give them that glimmer of hope. And the truth of what's in their womb.
Allison, your thoughts on this proximity and presence?
It's so important to have the life-affirming option to her. The reality in you had mentioned at the start of the show with it being is this a political thing or not? This is a human issue. And the irony in the term pro-choice is that the women that we encounter over and over often feel that they have no choice. This is their only way, because they're in crisis. But because of our services and because of our approach, we can help tease all of that out. If we are being so close and letting her see the physical presence and being there and coming in to receive the services, and just give her the opportunity to hear her own voice. It's a safe and sacred space for her.
Allison and Angie, thank you so much for beginning the conversation. We look forward to Friday and having you elaborate and unpack this great work, womensnewlife.com. All together, we must build a new culture of life. Keep it on EWTN. Bye now.